And a reminder for anybody playing lunch, we said very good possibility that the primary target had already been hit and that we could get some range trading. The very first sign of progress for the longs will be to take out that 84.5 to 85 zone. And then the next potential target, 86.75, 87 area. So, you know, it really paid to be conservative and to assume that, you know, it could be bounce time. We said today we could get a little bit of a slingshot coming out. And there's a mini slingshot. You know, we're still in the range for now. And anybody that is long side trade, got to think about taking something into this 87 to 88 zone, obviously. And then the afternoon battle will be to see if the IB high can hold or not. And obviously we are testing the demon RTH, and the angel has held. So this is, if you remember the pattern we talked about earlier, that usually this pattern will set up to bracket the 85 zone, coming and testing it and kind of oscillating around it as the big boys make their posture known. And we said we could get the morning after trend day, and then that could be it and be conservative. So best trade is done short side. Doesn't mean it's the only one that'll work, but it certainly means the best one, in my opinion, is done. Now, I like the way today's trade set up, and we're able to see, you know, using 78 support. I just like the way that felt. You got to take a couple points of risk if you're going to play this game. So anybody that has played the long side, a reminder, we said first try to get to 84 to 85, and then if you get lucky, you'll get that 86.75 to 87 test. This area right in here that makes a lot of sense. And traders who are using the RTH, reminder, this is our demon. And the blue line, we said a lot of times you'll get the grail trade, green, red, then it comes back to the blue. And this is the trade that busts the blue that tells shorts to be conservative now. And a reminder, this is a 5-minute chart. And we had said the 10-minute chart probably looked better. So keep this in mind, this 10-minute chart is in play. And this last bar right here is the bar that smokes a few of the late shorts. So basis this chart, which is a little bit higher time frame, certainly the longs are not out of the woods yet. And the charts that we were working off of and playing off of earlier certainly have come together pretty well. So this was the launching pad, and we said you got to respect that. This was that Kings and Queens day right here. And then the close in here, and then bang. So from this frame of reference, from the high to here, you have to give it some room to breathe for profit taking. $120 chart coming into play. We'd said at the time, looking at the red line on the daily chart, keep an eye on that. So my guess is there's a good likelihood that the low is in for the day already. And if we're using something like a 30-minute chart, keep that in mind for now. There's your 15 starting to rotate. 60 still in control. But both sides have money now. And we said, don't forget that one of the keys today we wanted to understand was the relationship of the price to yesterday's low. So this is, in my opinion, we still want to consider that idea as an important idea. And the magnet I've got is at 89. So people who want that last couple ticks down here, that last point, you know, anybody that wants that 79.5, give all this bleed back. No sense. Most important thing we can do as traders is to understand when time and price start to align. And this looks very, very awful, like it's going to plunge. And yet, you know, we'd stop making the lows right here. We made that 2-tick lower low after the ID, and then gotcha. Here's the gotcha bar right here. So range trading, we said good likelihood we'll get a bounce. Contra for lunch. And now the question is, since both sides have money, who is going to win the battle for the end of the day? Can you hit bounces? Yes. Do we think that they're going to go and make a new low? No guarantee. I say be conservative. We've had a good couple of days. Told you lunchtime is typically bounce time. We've got that. And if you want to be conservative, then look at the 5-minute chart with a 10 as a backup and keep your eye basically on this 82.5 angel, 83 zone. This is, you know, got to hold. Got to keep making higher highs on a bounce and higher lows. If not, we come back down here and revisit this again today. Probably trouble for the long side. And I'm thinking right now that this is much more neutral. And we said it should be. Be careful of a slingshot today. Making new lows and then the slingshot. So you see that by going to something like a Globex chart. You go to this one. And then understanding where you are in relation to that prior day's low. So market is bouncing. We said probably get the bounce at lunch. Here it is. And no big ticks really this morning. NQ certainly is trying to bounce. And in my opinion, good time for both sides to be conservative now. This has the feel of it of trying to test the IB high. Magnet at 89.